Okay, so your kid has ADHD. Should you put him in martial arts classes? And if you did, how would it help? Let's talk about it. Matt Thompson, Raising a Warrior, Hanmi Martial Arts. Get this one a lot, really common. Kids got ADHD and they're not sure. The parents can see that it could be, a problem to have them in a class.
Opens my bottom drawer in my desk.
First off, I'm not a doctor, so.
Why is he even here? He's not a doctor!
I'm not trying to give any kind of medical advice. But having said that, we do have a lot of students that have had ADHD or have ADHD.
For I am the great Cornholio!
And they learn to manage it better because it works different than probably a lot of things that they're doing. If they're using a lot of screens, there's a lot of distraction, quick dopamine hit. I don't think that's conducive to doing better in terms of ADHD. What martial arts is going to have them do is it's a more of a focused kind of an environment. They're, in a way, when they're starting out, they're more playing a game. It's like I'm getting points, or it's more sport a lot of times. And so then that competitive thing builds up, and as long as it's done in a good way, then yeah, it helps them to focus on trying to beat their friend at some game. That's always a better angle than, medication has its place, but sometimes it's given out a lot. And, sometimes it's just difficult to manage them. Now, you have to also make sure that the son or daughter is aware, hey, one of the reasons why we're doing this is to help you with your ADHD.
It becomes self-aware at 2:14 a.m. Eastern Time.
So that if they're having trouble, they can talk to you about it and give the instructor a heads up. We usually don't need anybody to tell us that the kid has ADHD. We can tell. But it's one of those things where, if you're talking to us about it, then we have that rapport, and then we can do our job and keep the communication lines open and let you know what's going on. The toughest is when the parents are a little bit in denial about the ADHD, but that's actually not what we're talking about here. On top of it, once everybody agrees that the martial arts is there to give a different outlet to really challenge the student, give them something fun to do with friends or to make new friends, then I think you've got a real shot at that helping. And then, just like anybody else, the ADHD brain is no different because it wants to have acceptance, find a place for itself. It's just kind of zipping, and impulse control seems to be the big one that can be a challenge in classes. If you have some kid that's bouncing off the walls and, like one guy who'll literally sit sometimes and do a headstand while I'm in the middle of describing how to do some technique, that can be problematic. And, it's funny and endearing, but it's really distracting. As long as the impulse control is at least to where they can function, then it shouldn't be a problem. I think beyond that, the confidence that it gives, of course, they're going to learn how to defend themselves. At the very least, they're going to learn how to do another sport. They're going to make a lot of friends, and they're going to learn to seek so unlike a screen where they're clicking and, like I was saying, like the quick, the mobile game or whatever, instead this is going to be something where the pace is different. There's going to be a delayed gratification because they're going to have to work to get their body to do things in order to do better at this game. Beyond that, when they start putting together those physical skills, that's going to help the confidence. So all these things kind of feed into each other. Their confidence comes up, they'll be less anxious. That'll help with some of the ADHD. They learn that, hey, if I do pay attention and acquire skill, I can actually steer my life into directions that are better. So it gives them a growth mindset, gives them some hope. And then beyond that, just being around other people, and there might be one or two others that have the same challenges, it's always a little easier to deal with stuff if you have other people around you who are dealing with maybe a similar problem, and they're getting through the other side of it. It helps you as well. We have to keep these things in mind when we have a little hyped up dude that we're trying to raise into a warrior.